Hello, everyone. I'm Diego Scotti, CMO of Verizon, and it's great to be here. This is my first E3. So you might be wondering, why am I here and why Verizon is here at the industry's biggest gaming conference? Well, let me tell you, this past year changed everything, including the world of gaming. The pandemic sparked a massive growth for the industry. New players came in droves, and for many, gaming took on new meaning. It was a source of comfort, a creative outlet, and a means of connection. In fact, we estimate that 5 out of 6 people in the US have played a video game at some point in the past 6 months. That is amazing. And this growth has propelled the gaming industry towards massive new creative opportunities and cutting-edge ideas. Gamers know better than anyone that cutting-edge ideas demand new technologies that can keep up. And that's where Verizon comes in. Because here's the thing, in our increasingly fast-paced, interconnected world, we need technology that can transform every aspect of gaming. Technology that is not limited to a single console or platform. What we need, it's a network, and that network is Verizon 5G Ultra Wideband. That is why we're here today, to tell you about Verizon 5G Ultra Wideband's high speed, low latency, massive capacity, and the power of mobile edge compute, or MEC, and how Verizon is powering a gaming revolution. We're going to talk about 3 gaming communities that will benefit the most. The first community is the developers who create the games. We'll see how developers can make the most graphic-rich multiplayer games ever created. And immersive gaming formats like virtual reality can come to life in whole new ways. The second community is the sports teams who play them. We will look at how players can download games in seconds, and data-intensive multiplayer games typically reserved for consoles can now be played on mobile. And third is the community of fans who engage with them. Fans can stream games on the go with no additional downloads or consoles needed. So in all these 3 areas, Verizon 5G Ultra Wideband is the innovation that makes other innovations possible. Let's take a look. Wow, the 5G gaming revolution is on. 5G Ultra Wideband and mobile edge compute are literally game changers for this industry. And to prove it, we'll hear from friends I'm proud to have here with us today. Dignitas, EA, Team Liquid, and Riot Games. It's an amazing group. All the games, all the programs, the hardware being announced here at E3, all of them require a powerful network. And Verizon 5G will take all of them to the next level. We're talking about capabilities that include speeds that can reach up to 4 gigabits per second, latency measured in milliseconds, the potential to support more connected devices than ever before, and smaller handsets with extended battery life. It's simply incredible. I'm so excited. To bring this to life, let's see how 5G will change everything. so amazing. I really loved that video. So now let's talk about the people who are using this technology to create the games, the developers, and how this new technology will change the way they create and publish games. So to do this, I want to introduce Nikki Palmer, Verizon's Chief Product and Development Officer. Take it away, Nikki.
Thank you so much, Diego. To get an even better understanding of how Verizon 5G is making permanent transformations within gaming, I want to tell you about something called Mobile Edge Compute, or MEC. It's a technology that's having a huge impact on those game developers that Diego mentioned. MEC involves putting compute power that would have otherwise been in the cloud or on the device itself into the edge of the network, where those capabilities are most needed for low latency performance. In 2020, Verizon became the first company in the world to launch MEC. We did that with Amazon Web Services Wavelength. So far, we've deployed MEC in this fashion with AWS in 10 major metropolitan areas across the United States. We've also announced a private MEC solution teaming with Microsoft Azure. In addition, we announced 5G and MEC co-innovation collaborations with IBM, Cisco, SAP, and Deloitte. So in short, Verizon is where the tech superstars go when they want MEC done right. So, what does all this mean for developers? A lot, as it turns out. For starters, with MEC and 5G ultra-wideband, processing can happen closer to the user, reducing the time required to upload or download a massive file or crunch a huge database. So, say goodbye to the days of high-def games bogging down the network. Not only that, truly immersive gaming in formats like virtual reality can be enabled, and that reduces the lag and the jitter in the experience that may have prevented the adoption of VR in the first place. This technology also provides a platform for hardware developers that can change the size and weight of a headset, untethering gamers from the clunky hardware of the past and unlocking the huge gaming potential of virtual reality. With augmented reality games also on the rise, there are even more implications for game developers, especially the ones who are so creative that the current platforms can't keep up. Until now. The platforms are here. Thanks to 5G ultra-wideband, even the most visually complex cloud-based games can come through beautifully on any user device, just as their creators intended. Developers can now focus on making the best games. They can rewrite the rules for creating eye-popping, graphics-rich multiplayer action without worrying about hardware or network limitations. So, now that we've lifted the creative limitations for developers, I want to shift gears to talk about the second community being impacted by the power of 5G, and that's esports teams. Esports has been one of the fastest growing entertainment categories in the world. With access to Verizon 5G ultra-wideband and mobile edge compute, new games can be played with higher fidelity and lower latency, creating new opportunities for esports leagues, especially mobile esports. Our 5G labs have been the perfect place for esports innovation. These 5G and MEC-enabled environments are cutting-edge incubators for forward-thinking companies that are ready to build and scale the future of gaming. In early 2020, Verizon's 5G lab right here in LA became home to the Verizon 5G Gaming Center. This first-of-its-kind facility was created in partnership with Dignitas, serving as their West Coast headquarters, home to its League of Legends teams, and place to co-create the future of esports engagement and content. Since then, we've expanded our capabilities to include a world-class XR stage, cutting-edge volumetric capture, and a space for player analytics. We are taking it to the next level, exploring how 5G ultra-wideband network can enhance player performance, enable new fan connections, and empower the next wave of gaming and esports experiences. Let's see how.
I don't think any other organization or company has what we have here at the Verizon 5G Lab.
It's the first in the world, so it's really exciting to be a part of something so innovative and seeing where it can take esports.
Verizon is definitely elevating the game to the next level. My name is Emily Garrido. I go by Emilite in-game, and I'm the team captain for Dignitas's all-women's Valorant team. We have everything that we need here. We have streaming pod rooms if we want to connect with our fans on a personal level, boot camp rooms so we can really get down to business and prepare for tournaments.
It's really nice to have the gaming center here and our own little personal streaming pods and basically have one-on-one conversations with all my viewers. My full name is Carolyn Noquez, and in the gaming community, I am known as ArtStar. I am a content creator for Dignitas, and I was formerly a professional player on the Dignitas CSGO female team.
Esports is really just like any other sport. They want to interact with their fans, and there's a very high level of accessibility. We have a ton of different technology. We have a virtual production stage that allows for XR. We have a volumetric capture stage. 5G is going to have a huge impact on gaming, and it will completely revolutionize how games are played today. Right now, mobile games utilize either processing on a phone or processing in the cloud. 5G combined with MEC is going to completely change that paradigm. The lab is a fantastic place for us to partner with game developers to learn how they want to build their games in the future in order to take advantage of our network. So consumers will be able to have multiplayer, augmented reality games and experiences on their mobile devices, so they will eventually be able to do that anywhere.
It is incredibly exciting to see Verizon really taking it to the next level. So innovative and always thinking of ways of how they can make it better. How can they make the connection better? How can they make your gaming experience better?
To me, what's really exciting is when we bring in creative people who are given access to this technology and they come up with an idea that we never would have thought of. And we're just at the beginning of how 5G is going to impact games.
Emily, ArtStar, thank you so much for that. I am so excited about the possibilities of the Gaming Center. I'm going to turn it back over to Diego.
Wow. Thanks, Nikki. I totally agree. It's fantastic to see that gaming center come to life. Now, let's move on to the third and biggest community that will be impacted by 5G, the fans and their experience. That connection between esports players and their fans is so unique. There's no other sport that has the same real-time personal connection. And just like the players, these fans want innovation too. And to create the deeper engagement and immersive experiences they want, we are going to need to harness the power of 5G. To help me bring this to life, I want to introduce someone who truly knows fan engagement. She has fans both as a dynamic member of the Minnesota Lynx and as a streamer with Team Liquid. Ariel Powers.
Thanks, Diego. Hi, everyone. I love competition, whether it's on the court or streaming. And as one of the most successful esports organizations in the world, so does Team Liquid. TL is tech forward and always looking to push the envelope, innovating how we train, compete, and engage with fans. The fans obviously share that love for competition. This synergy between Team Liquid and the community lends to a critical connection, one that shapes who we are. And we've only just begun to scratch the surface of what's possible when it comes to community engagement and sharing moments around competition, both in person, which we're all looking forward to getting back to, and virtually. Verizon 5G Ultra Wideband is the key to unlocking the future of these experiences. With the power to enable teams and players to deliver the most immersive and personalized experiences ever, the technology is transforming the way fans play and consume content. Team Liquid has a 20-year history of changing the game through the power of community and innovation. And we could not be more excited about the next phase of gaming, brought to life with Verizon 5G. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Ariel. This is really exciting stuff. Now, there is clearly new territory to tap into with fan engagement. I am convinced it is the future. And to help build that future, Verizon and Team Liquid are joining forces for a groundbreaking 5G innovation partnership. We'll generate fan-facing 5G experiences that will reshape engagement around esports tournaments, whether you're there in person or watching virtually at home in real time. Let's look first at in-person events. This year, as live events return, Verizon and Team Liquid will give fans new experiences at the industry's biggest events. We have over 60 stadiums and arenas around the country with Verizon 5G Ultra Wideband. In here, fans can look forward to 360-degree portal views into the gameplay for a fully immersive experience, and the ability for top streamers to play live from venues during these events. Something that has never been done before. Only with that powerful connection can you unlock second screen experiences that immerse fans in the competition and that allows top content creators to stream live from those venues. And for those watching remotely, VR innovations will allow fans to experience live events together virtually, giving them the best seats in the house. And 360-degree access that puts them in the middle of the action. I can't wait to see what comes from our Team Liquid 5G innovation partnership. Now, Verizon's expansive collection of gaming industry partners is capable of reaching over 120 million of those players, and that's in the US alone. We want to show every one of them how Verizon's networks will benefit both players and developers in totally new ways. A great example of this was our partnership with Epic to create the Super Bowl 5G stadium in Fortnite creative mode. This was the largest branded experience ever built in Fortnite's creative mode. And it gave players the opportunity to interact with their favorite NFL players and pro players in a way that's never been done before. The activation featured 4 football-inspired games and a few hidden surprises for players. It was a great demonstration of the power of 5G for gaming with the low lag and high speeds made only possible by Verizon 5G Ultra Wideband. But 5G doesn't just transform battle royale games like Fortnite. It also changes single-player and strategy games. I am thrilled now to invite a friend of mine to talk about how Verizon 5G is amping up the player experience. He is safety for the LA Chargers and a seriously engaged model NFL player, Derwin James. My man.
What's up, my man?
So great to have you.
Thanks for having me, man.
Thanks for coming. You all know this guy. He plays for the LA Chargers.
Yes, sir.
And your home field is the new SoFi Stadium, which is amazing.
Yes, sir.
It was created with the most cutting-edge technology in existence. And I tell you, it is home to Verizon's largest 5G stadium built in the country, built with 5G at its core. So ultra-wideband coverage can be found throughout the entire stadium.
I can't wait to get the fans back out there into the stadium for many reasons. The venue is incredible. The tech is built around is going to totally reshape how we watch and play with the game.
It's very, very, very cool. And listen, we can talk about these tech enhancements for a long, long time, but you're here today because you're not only a competitor on the field,
Yes, sir.
but you're also a passionate gamer, right?
Yes, sir.
A huge modern NFL fan.
I am. I started playing football when I was about 4 years old and Madden NFL when I was 7 years old. So you can say I've always been a competitor. I always wanted to be a professional football player. When I played Madden NFL as a kid, I created my player. I wanted to have super speed, super size, and of course handsome. So, to be able to be the player I am, it showed a lot of dedication.
That's so cool, and you achieved all of that. I don't know about the handsome one, but anyway, it's a great story. And I'm sure you've seen tons of changes in the game since you started playing, both on the field and also on the screen, right?
You could say that. The innovations around Madden NFL and the game overall are incredible. The tech advancements have enabled so much. When I started playing, there were maybe the color cords with the images were blurry, the networks were kind of slow, so you're constantly getting a lag. It's so different now. The visuals are more realistic. Networks have gotten better, and you can play with a group of people all over the world, so you don't even have to be in the same state or city. You can be playing with a friend in a whole nother country, which is amazing.
Oh my God, it's amazing, and you can't believe what 2 decades of innovation can do to the game. So, as you think about the future, what do you want to see next?
Madden NFL is already delivering a lot, but I'd love to see more new modes and experience with deeper and authenticity and to what it's like to be on the field. I want to feel like I'm in this moment as a player. I want to feel like I'm out there. So more engagement with opportunities to connect with people and other people across the world. So being able to be mobile, because I'm constantly on the go as an athlete, so I want to be able to connect with my friends mobilely, too.
Oh, that's really cool. And listen, I'm glad that you mentioned mobile because we believe at Verizon that mobile is the future.
Yes, sir.
We ended the year, and I'm going to hear this number, with 17,000 5G small cells all across the country.
Wow.
And we expect to have, by the end of the year, 30,000, so everybody can enjoy 5G. So I tell you, this kind of expansion means that the powerful connection you need for console quality gaming experience on mobile, like the one you want, will continue to grow very quickly. And here's one other thing. We are taking it also to the next level because we are combining this power of the Verizon network with the creativity of the developers of EA. Their team will work with our 5G labs to innovate using 5G to focus on creating the most dynamic player experience ever. So together, our goal will be to produce optimizations for EA Sports, including your favorite Madden NFL Mobile, using low latency to develop mobile experiences, the kind of the ones that Derwin, you, my man, and so many others are craving.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's literally changing the game. Seeing the networks and improvements created over the last 20 years, I can't wait to see what the next 20 years bring with the power enhancing of 5G power.
That is it, the power of 5G. So great to have you, man. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
My guy.
Good to see you.
Yes, sir.
So it's so exciting to talk about the new technology and how it is impacting the entire gaming ecosystem across the 3 big areas of developers, esports teams, and fans, all bringing fantastic innovation to the industry. But today, there is also a 4th area that is very timely for us to talk about, and that is the importance of supporting diversity in the gaming industry. As technology stretches the boundaries of what's possible, and as the industry grows, the players and the fans are more diverse than ever. And so a different sort of innovation is required. With this shift, and this is something that is very close to my heart, actions to increase diversity and inclusion within the gaming community are more important than ever, more urgent than ever, especially those supporting female representation. Diversity has become a major force driving the industry forward. And as the players and their fans who are consuming these products become more diverse, it makes a lot of sense that the people who make the products, so the developers, should also reflect that diversity. I am a firm believer that change starts with action. And we are taking action together with Riot Games. In March, we partnered with Riot to launch the Valorant VCT Game Changers Initiative. It is a fantastic program that elevates women and other diverse groups within the esports community. And most importantly, it inspires the next generation of players. So to talk more about the need for increased female representation, I am thrilled to introduce now the executive producer of Valorant, Anna Donlon. Anna, welcome.
Diego, thank you for having me.
It's so great to have you here.
I've never been on the E3 stage before. This is really exciting.
Well, I'll tell you, that makes us two because this is my first E3 too, but I'm very excited to have you here, especially because you are one of the most influential women in an industry that is predominantly male, from players to developers to heads of publishers. So I really was looking forward to this conversation and ask you, what are some of the biggest challenges you see for female players and also for those that are trying to build their careers in tech?
It's a great question. It's an important question. And I really like that you're asking it from both angles. So when it comes to competitive gaming, women still find themselves at a huge disadvantage. And it has absolutely nothing to do with skill. It's because they can't focus 100% on the game. Instead, they need to spend energy dealing with all the harassment they face. And having experienced it firsthand myself, it can be daunting and it takes away from the focus of the actual competition. And how is that fair?
No, it's not fair. It's not fair at all.
It isn't. And it's something we spend a lot of time discussing on Valorant and at Riot. And you know, it's not a terribly easy problem to solve, but the problems we're solving are rarely easy. What I will say is that we're absolutely committed to creating an inclusive environment for competition and creating safe opportunities for women to compete without fear of identity or gender-based harassment. So that's the gaming aspect.
That's so interesting and so real. So let me ask you then, when we talk about careers, what's the situation there?
Okay, so when it comes to careers in gaming, there's definitely work to be done there as well. I was fortunate enough to have a really impactful mentor early on. I had just started a job at a temp company, and while I played games, I had no idea what a career in gaming could even look like. And then at this gaming company, one of the women I was working with told me she thought I had what it took to become a game producer. I had no idea what a game producer was, but I went with it, and now 20 plus years later, here I am. And as you mentioned, there are not enough women in the industry, so it means a lot that she brought me with her. I try to pay that forward to all the women who are coming up after me, but we need more.
Wow, I tell you, your story is so inspiring, and it's the first time that I actually hear you saying it like that. So thank you, and it just reinforces how important mentorship is. So a little bit of a follow-up to the previous question, but how can both then technology and commitments to allyship play a role in the changes that we still need to see in the industry?
So I'll tell you, one of the most exciting parts of being a developer is that I get to be part of creating the future of Valorant. My team and I spend all of our time dreaming and exploring ways to make the player experience even better. And then we get to go and actually build it. It's a really interesting mix of creativity and engineering. All of the technology you've mentioned on stage today is impacting how we work and what we're able to create. So please keep those advancements coming. When it comes to specific changes that need to be made to protect women in competitive gaming, we absolutely need to keep investing and prioritizing innovations that help fight against harassment. And honestly, the gaming community needs to take a more active role in the community that it's creating. If game developers can be allies, and I truly believe we can and should, then so can your teammates in game. And again, we just need more women throughout the whole gaming ecosystem. We need an industry-wide commitment around diversity and inclusion, and we're finally starting to see that.
I like the way you said, and I couldn't agree more. We need more women, we need more diversity in the industry, and that's why we're taking it to the next level. Today, we are announcing an expansion of our commitment to the Valorant Game Changers Initiative. We are launching together today a new training program dedicated to mentoring up-and-coming female esports casters. The program that is launching very soon this fall will team up them with professionals in the field to provide them with practical tools and knowledge to help advance their careers. It's pretty cool, huh?
Okay, so this is amazing. Game Changers is all about providing experience and exposure to women in gaming. We want to inspire the next generation of not only players, but any women who want to build careers in any aspect of the gaming industry. So this program fits so perfectly with our mission. It'll provide a pipeline of female talent that is so sorely lacking. I am so glad that Verizon is not only acknowledging the issue, but taking actions to push for change.
Well, I love what you say, but the reality is that no one can make real change alone. So we are equally thankful for your support and for Riot's support as well. Fantastic job.
Thank you.
So Anna, thank you for being here with us today. Thank you for the great conversation.
Thank you so much for having me, Diego. And honestly, thank you so much for caring about it as much as I do.
It's great to have you. Thank you.
Thanks.
So now I have a final big announcement, and I want to ask Nikki to help me with it. So come on out, Nikki.
Yes, Diego, this is big, and I am so proud to help announce it. You know, Verizon is deeply committed to building a more inclusive and diverse tech sector. Our work in this space has been going on for decades and frankly speaks for itself.
We are so proud of the work we've done, but we also know that more action needs to be taken to address the lack of female representation in gaming and more broadly in STEM. So today, Verizon is making a new $1 million commitment to increase female representation in gaming and STEM. For this, we are creating the Verizon Game Forward Scholarship. The scholarship is an expansion of the Future Fund, our initiative to support emerging female talent across entertainment and technology.
That's right. And you know, this fall, Verizon will partner with 5 historically Black colleges and universities to provide scholarships to 5 female students at each school who are active gamers and also pursuing degrees in fields that are tied to gaming development, such as computer science, graphic design, software engineering. And those 5 schools are Dillard, Delaware State, Morgan State, Texas Southern University, and Howard. We'll build tech centers on each of these campuses that will be open to the entire student body. And we'll also provide the scholarship recipients with access to the Verizon 5G Gaming Center for training, as well as mentorship.
And I tell you, here's the best part. We are guaranteeing the students internship opportunities at Verizon and with our gaming industry partners. It is these kinds of deep commitments that will help build the diverse talent pipeline the tech industry needs. We are really so proud of this and for the opportunities it will give these women.
Absolutely. And you know, I just cannot wait to see what these students do.
Nikki, thank you.
Thank you.
So I hope the last 30 minutes have clarified why Verizon is here for 2 big reasons. Number 1, technology. Verizon has a vision for how 5G and related technologies will bring an entirely new level of creation and experience of gaming for the developers, for esports teams, and for the fans. And secondly, we see this next gaming generation wanting and needing inclusivity, an industry that is more diverse and more welcoming of new faces, new voices, and new perspectives. We are here to help make astonishing things happen in gaming and esports. But we're also here to listen and to learn. Gaming is a sector of bold thinkers, free spirits, and wide open creativity. Verizon wants to support that and empower it even further. So we look forward to working with you and playing with you for a long time to come. Thank you.